This is 5 on your side at 5. Focused on you.
Tonight, a Jefferson County business owner is out thousands of dollars worth of equipment after thieves took off with it. Thanks for joining us. I'm Mike Bush.
I'm Kelly Jackson. The theft happened in High Ridge. 5 on your side's Megan Kernan talked to the small business owner who says it's been a huge wake-up call.
I honestly was in disbelief.
Dalton Lay got a phone call Friday morning that his lawn and landscaping business in High Ridge had been robbed.
Someone had broken in, stolen our brand new dump truck. We had purchased it about a month ago, but required a fair bit of repairs to be done. So it was out at the mechanic shop getting all that done. Had been back at the shop for about 24 hours.
That wasn't all that was stolen.
Discovered that they had also broken into our storage trailer and cleared out pretty much every piece of power equipment we own, including all of our backpack blowers, trimmers, chainsaws, you name it.
Dalton noticed footprints in the dirt and believes the people responsible entered up the hill and around this fence. The dump truck and power equipment total close to $25,000 in losses. As the thieves were escaping, they caused even more damage.
They busted through our front gate, destroying that, and then took out the fire hydrant nearby in the process as well.
We checked in with the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office to see if this type of theft is common in the county. They say they don't feel landscapers are being targeted, but a good lock is your best protection against theft.
It's very upsetting, but honestly, I'm using it as a lesson learned to prioritize security as the absolute #1 across the board.
Dalton says he wished he had security cameras in place.
Unfortunately, there's no cameras, but definitely changing now.
In Jefferson County, Megan Kernan, 5 on your side.
Moments ago, some good news for the owner. A spokesperson for the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office tells us the dump truck has been found in St. Louis County. Investigators say they have no other information about any arrests or the other equipment that was stolen. Now to some developing news out of South St. Louis. Police say a 17-year-old boy was shot just over an hour ago. We're told that the boy was shot in the leg near Merrimack and Grace in the Dutchtown neighborhood. No word yet on what led to this shooting.
A man is charged following a crash that pinned a 9-year-old boy between 2 cars. Police say Kevin Johnson was speeding when he crashed into the child in North St. Louis yesterday morning. This was near Hickey Park on North Broadway. Johnson ran off after the crash and later turned himself in. The boy is in the hospital recovering yesterday after having surgery. New details about a weekend decision to cancel the historic 13 Carnival at Washington University.
The largest student-run carnival in the country was canceled after the second day because of fighting. Annie Kroll is live near Washington University after speaking with students about all this. Annie.
It was 2 freshmen who had never been to the 13 Carnival before telling me this morning just how much chaos there was here on campus. People running around screaming, not sure at all what was going on Saturday night as small fights were breaking out. The Carnival dates back to 1907 and was canceled for only the 3rd time in its history Sunday. WashU officials said they were concerned about more fights breaking out, wanting to prioritize the safety of their students above anything else. 5 on your side was on the scene Saturday night around 6 o'clock when WashU police had to call in St. Louis police for backup. Issa Wilson, one of the freshmen who I talked to, said she would be hesitant to come back to the carnival next year, while her friend Evan Hunt said he just hopes there will be a carnival next year after what he saw.
We were just about to get on some rides, and then we're walking up to the carnival, and everybody is screaming and running, and someone at first yelled bomb, which there was not, but like everyone, there was so much confusion and panic, and people were just running in masses the other way, and we were like being swarmed, and we were like, what is going on?
We did reach out to the university and WashU police asking if there have been any arrests or even charges recommended because of Saturday's fighting. We are still waiting to hear back. Reporting live at WashU, Annie Kroll, 5 on your side.
A man accused of murdering a St. Louis police officer faced a jury for the first time today. Thomas Kinworthy's attorney admitted her client shot 3 people, including 2 police officers, in August of 2020. It happened in the Tower Grove South neighborhood, where police responded to a man barricaded in a stranger's house. Officer Tamaris Bohannon was shot and killed today. During opening statements, Kenworthy rocked in his chair as his defense attorney told the jury about his mental illness.
And the reason why these things happened that night is because Tommy suffers from a serious mental illness, a mental illness called schizoaffective disorder.
Officer Bohannon left behind a wife and 3 young children. His widow was the first person to testify today after opening statements. The trial is expected to last for the next 2 weeks.
Illinois is gearing up to crack down on the health insurance industry.
Top Republicans have joined Democrats in the State House to sign into Governor J.B. Pritzker's plan. It clears hurdles that often block patients from following through on their doctor's orders. Our political editor, Mark Maxwell, is here with more on the fight that is looming in the state Senate.
Kelly and Mike, the insurance industry isn't going down without a fight. The last time the state got this close to passing new regulations on the healthcare industry, a fight blew up on the House floor and it failed. But now, Governor Pritzker is traveling the state with a bipartisan entourage trying to build support for his Healthcare Protection Act.
Ask any doctor, and they'll tell you
it's extremely frustrating.
A lot of middlemen stand between their patients and the medicine they prescribe them. Doctors found a popular diabetes drug can reduce risk of heart failure or kidney disease, but when they go to prescribe it, they often run into a robot roadblock.
It's an algorithm. It's an algorithm that they see a diabetes medication, and we haven't tried a first-class medication like metformin.
Then cardiologists call Dr. Jennifer Neville, wondering what happened to their patient's plan of care.
Then I have to say that, yes, I'm aware of the recommendation, but insurance will not cover it.
The so-called step therapy is just one common example of coverage denials patients often face.
Because insurance companies simply want to boost profits.
A 2022 study found white cancer patients were denied coverage 3.8% of the time, while Hispanic patients were 2.5 times more likely to be denied coverage, and black cancer patients nearly 3 times as likely.
It's an unhealthy and an unfair system for patients.
Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker says his Healthcare Protection Act will cut down on hurdles blocking patients from care their doctors prescribe.
This bill will save lives and lower health care costs for millions of Illinoisans. Together, we will get this bill through the Senate.
But to get through the Senate, an insurance bill would likely need the approval of Insurance Committee Chair Napoleon Harris. A review of his campaign filings shows outside donors have given the former NFL linebacker $1.3 million over the course of his political career. No industry gave him more than insurance companies, a combined $197,000. That's more than 14% of all other outside donations. What's Pritzker's pitch to Harris?
This is something that is very popular. It's something that's very important for the future of healthcare in the state of Illinois, and that it will pass one way or the other. And I've said, I'm not going to give up on this.
Pritzker has said he hopes and anticipates Senator Napoleon Harris may support his plan, but also suggested another committee may take it over and advance it if Harris tries to block it. In a statement just moments ago, Harris told us, quote, "I'll treat it fairly as I do with everything that comes before the committee."
Former President Trump's hush money trial begins. The case both sides made today during opening statements.
We're fetching the results on dog DNA tests. We verify what owners need to know.
A chilly start to the morning with 30s and 40s, even a little frost. But when we can turn our attention back into the 80s and another opportunity for severe weather.